not going to be able to finish Sakura Dungeon because I said that wrong. Sakura Dungeon because yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on this one, Sakura Succubus. I don't have the adult patch for this one. At least I don't think I do. Well, I mean, I guess if we, well, I guess we'll find out. So. Oh, you're cute. All right. Let me. There we go. You're cute. All right. I can work with that. All right, everybody. Are you having a good time? Yeah! Okay. No, I'm not. Yeah, hearing that makes me super happy. Thank you for your continued support from the bottom of my heart. This concert hall really is amazing, isn't it? I can't believe I was invited to perform in such an incredible venue. I am not doing a fucking female voice for her, because at least not doing that. It's what you deserve, IU. We love you, IU. We'll always support you. IU. What the fuck am I doing? I just started. Wow, you all sound so passionate. I'm touched that you care so much about little old me. You know, when I first started out, I was just an underground idol. I didn't have many fans, and performing on a big stage like this was nothing more than an impossible dream. I used to cover anime songs on the streets. I worked hard to memorize the lyrics and the dance steps, but I was just a novice and I messed up a lot. I never thought I'd come this far. Sometimes I thought about giving up. But I knew that would be spitting in the faces of all you wonderful people who cheered me on even when I was at my lowest. IU never gives up. You're strong, IU. Keep fighting. You can do it. You can do anything. We love you, IU. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. When I was still a beginner, I knew I couldn't afford to take a single fan of mine for granted. Your love and affection meant the world to me. You cheered me on, so I knew I had to keep going. I didn't want to let any of you down. If I did that, I wouldn't be able to call myself an idol ever again. I died for a second. My path was a hard one, but I never gave up. I devoted my life, my very soul, to the pursuit of being an idol. And now, I finally made it. I'm standing on this huge stage in front of thousands and thousands of people, and I've never felt more humbled in my life. You guys are my light, my life, and my love. My heart belongs to every single one of you. And so, I'm going to dedicate this next song to you. This is my latest single, Overflowing Feelings. Let's go. Alright, this is what I've been waiting for. This is such a hype song. Wow! I'm getting goosebumps already. Why did I do that? I can't believe that IU loves us so much. She's not like the other idols out there. She really does value her fans. She's so pure and beautiful. I just can't get enough of her cute smile. I'll support you until the end of time, IU. For now and forever. You're the only real-life 3D girl for me. IU. What the fuck am I doing? Yeah, that's right. IU. Jeez, what am I even doing with my life? I know, right? I feel that every day. I'm guessing I'm Hiroki? Am I a dude, finally? I stare at the stage, my hands jammed in my pockets as the lights dim. The crowd falls quiet. It's so silent you could hear a pin drop. If I was as crazy about Ikue IU as some of the other fans, I'd probably consider it an immense privilege to even stand in the same room as she is, no matter how far away I am from the stage. I'm sure for some of the guys here, this is the happiest night of their lives. A middle-aged man standing next to me is actually crying. Oh my god! I can't believe I'm finally here! Bro, shut the fuck up. Okay. Some die-hard IU fans are acting like this concert is a religious experience. And I guess I can't fault them for it. Ridiculous though it seems to me. Guards aren't so very different from idols. Part of me wishes I could join in the hype, but this isn't really my scene. I'm pretty anxious too. When my boss finds out what happened today, he's going to kill me. If only the trains hadn't been delayed. Then I would have gotten here on time, and I would have made it to the front of the crowd like I was ordered to. I brought my camera equipment with me, but I can hardly set it up now. I'm hemmed in by dozens of men, all wearing IU shirts and holding glow sticks. There's barely enough room to swing around a cat, let alone wield a large industry standard camera. This might be one of the worst nights of my life. This concert hall is huge, but it's not enough to accommodate all of IU's fans. She's way too popular. I've stood through about 15 different tracks so far, and my ears are still ringing from the crowd yelling and IU's adorable vocals. I don't think I can take much more of this. I hope this is the last song. Slowly, almost menacingly, the background music of IU's latest song begins to build. It grows louder and louder until I can feel it reverberating through the ground. It's so loud my teeth start to chatter, and my whole body trembles with nervous energy. Lights burst upon the stage like fireworks, once more revealing IU's perfect body. I mean... Yeah? Yeah? The crowd, as expected, goes nuts. IU! 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 IU strikes a pose. She holds one arm out as though beckoning the crowd while her other hand curls about her microphone. IU's gaze sweeps across the sea of glow sticks spread out before her. She smiles sweetly as though thanking each and every one of her fans. For a moment, her eyes seem to catch mine. Her gaze lingers, hot like coals, upon me. I feel my skin prickle. Goosebumps! Has she picked me out of the crowd? Does she even know I'm alive? I'm surrounded by so many people, it's doubtful she can even see me. I'm not even one of IU's fans. I'm not at this concert because I love her music. If I'm being perfectly honest, I actually think her high-pitched voice is annoying. Damn! Does IU know this? Is that why she's looking at me? Suddenly, I feel exposed. I'm not like other men here. I'm just a filthy imposter. I shouldn't be here at all. So I am a dude. Nice! The bright lights hurt my eyes. I wince. All the while, IU continues to hold my gaze. She stares at me, her eyes large and all-consuming. Then she begins to sing. Well, this is just great. Now what am I going to do? I kick at a loose pebble on the sidewalk. It skitters away, bouncing a handful of times before it's swallowed by the darkness. Time out. Sorry about that. I had to die for a second. Why are you off? Okay. The street is dark, illuminated by only a few street lamps. It's cold too. I shudder. I'm not sure what time it is. IU's concert finished at around 9:30. But then there was the handshake event I had to go to. I attended on the off chance I might be able to get a brief word with the famous IU in a couple of photos. But it wasn't to be. I waited in line to shake IU's holy hand for well over an hour. I was almost at the front of the queue when the handshake event ended, and those of us unfortunate enough to not meet our idol face to face were told to screw off by a security guard. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, she has to leave. Well, he didn't say it quite in those terms. There were more apologies involved, but that's what it boiled down to. Sorry, but it's getting late and IU has a busy schedule. We'll need to cut this handshake event short for now. I apologize to those of you who were unable to see IU. Please support her during her next concert. You'll get another chance to see her then. And with that, we were dismissed. My camera equipment weighs heavy in the bag looped around my shoulder. I wish I had had a chance to actually use any of it. If only the trains hadn't been delayed. If only. If only. It's not my fault that I got to the concert late. There were delays. It couldn't be helped. Try explaining that to my boss on Monday, though. I know he'll pin the blame on this. On this what? You know what? I'm not gonna English correctly with that word. You know what? I know he'll pin the blame on this debacle squarely upon my skinny shoulders. It's easier to chew me out than the whole rail company. I seem to be sighing a lot lately. I think it must be stress. That or a critical lack of sleep. Or both. Who knew being a photographer could be such hard work? It's almost midnight on a Saturday. It wouldn't be the first time my boss has made me work during the weekends. And it certainly won't be the last. I came all the way out here so I could take pics of IU's latest concert, but I didn't get a single snapshot. What a waste of time. I feel that, Hiroki. I yawned, pressing one hand against my gaping mouth. Since it's late, I should probably head home. I feel exhausted and I have something of a headache. Curling up in bed and resting my head on a nice soft pillow sounds like heaven right about now. But it's rare I come to this part of Tokyo, and part of me is craving a drink. There's a lot of nice high-class bars around this area, and I sure could use a pick-me-up. If I dally too long, the trains will stop running. Then I'll need to spend the night in a hotel. That sounds like a pain. But I can cross that bridge when I get to it. Somewhat cheered by my plan, I turn neatly on my heels. It's a pretty nice bar around here, only a short walk away. My aching legs could use some exercise, and the insistent wind helps bring some color to my cheeks. I've not gone more than a handful of steps, however, when I pause. There's a lone woman crossing the street parallel to me, walking in the opposite direction. You! Her head is low, her features obscured by the dark, but something about her looks familiar. Huh, I wonder why. Oh shit. Her hair is a light orange-brown color, and it's tied back in two cute twin tails. These twin tails stream behind her like banners as she walks, fluttering in the breeze. I'd recognize that hair anywhere if I hadn't seen it illuminated by the bright lights of a stage an hour ago. It's IU. No way. I wonder why she's walking the nighttime Tokyo streets alone. Since she's a famous idol, shouldn't she be chaperoned by at least a dozen bodyguards? This doesn't make sense. There's no reason IU should be out at a time like this. Maybe this woman isn't IU. Maybe somebody who just so happens to look a lot like her. But that's impossible. She's even wearing the same cute pink and white outfit she wore while she was performing. Her skirt is a mini layered ruffled work of art, a little like a fancy wedding cake, and atop her head there sits a small, not at all practical hat. She is kind of cute. Not gonna lie. Her arms and legs are bare, exposed to the elements, and she's wearing a very tall and impressive pair of heels that makes loud clacking noises with every step. It was hard for me to see her clearly during her concert, given I was so far away from the stage. It was nothing more than a blur, barely visible above the heads of thousands of fans. Now, however, she's standing impossibly close to me. She's only a few feet away, on the other side of the street. She feels less like an incredible, untouchable idol and more like a regular human being, which of course she is. Are you sure about that? IU might be beloved by millions of people across Japan, but she's not infallible. She doesn't have magical powers. Are you sure about that? She's no goddess to be worshipped at an altar. Are you sure about that? She's a regular girl. With those heels of hers, she'd probably be pretty short. Damn. What's wrong with short queens, bro? She's less impressive now. on the windswept street than she was on the stage. But she feels more approachable. I was just lamenting my inability to take IU's photo 5 minutes prior. I thought I failed my assignment, but this could be my lucky break. If I ask nicely, maybe she'll pose for a pic or two? My career will be saved. IU! Hey IU! I don't know if saying hey IU is the right way to address a famous celeb like IU, but neither do I care. These photos aren't going to take them themselves. Huh? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get a voice for her. Huh? IU pauses. She turns her lips pursed in a confused frown. The moment I see her face, the air is knocked out of my lungs. It's definitely her. There's nobody else this could be. This is the idol who's captured millions of hearts ever since her official debut. This is the idol I've seen in magazines, on the TV screen, and plastered on billboards all over Tokyo. It's the same idol I saw, albeit begrudgingly, as she performed on stage, bathed in a sea of lights. I can't let her go. The future of my career is riding on this. I don't want to be fired. IU! What? IU takes a step back, alarmed. Who are you? Don't come any closer to me, you creep. I'm carrying pepper spray in my bag, and I'm not afraid to use it on a mongrel like you. Damn, she's a bitch. That's fine. You can pepper spray me, or call me mongrel, or anything you want. You can even ask me to bow down before your feet. Boy! Anything's fine, so as long as you let me take your photo. A photo? You mean like an upskirt photo? Are you some sort of pervert? No, I'm not. I'm just a humble photographer, and I want to do my job. Please, won't you pose for me? IU doesn't sound moved by my cries. If anything, she looks downright disgusted. She wrinkles her nose. Whatever happened to appreciating all her fans, huh? Takes a few more hurried steps back. Leave me alone, you virgin loser. I'm not interested in posing for a so-called photographer like you. But IU, please, listen. No, back off or I'll call the police. I mean it. You're nothing more than an insect to me, and I have no qualms about squashing you. Leave me alone. But I don't. The promise of maybe not being shouted at by my irate boss, or indeed fired, is too heady of a holy grail for me to pass up. I take another step forth. IU tries to retreat, but I'm faster than she is, and she is wearing a very high pair of heels. IU totters, she teeters. It looks like she's going to fall. She opens her mouth, alarmed, and a high-pitched squeal emits from her lips. I'm not doing that. Kia! What the fuck? IU, wait, hold on! IU might have called me a mongrel and a bug, and it's true, I have no fond feelings for her music, but I still don't want her to get hurt. I need to try and help her. And so, I throw caution to the wind. I dive forth using IU's wrist with my arm, and pull her teetering body against mine. Huh? What are you... Unfortunately for me, gravity is a harsh mistress, and I'm unable to resist her. I fall over backwards. IU's prone body is so pressed against my own. I grip my teeth together, ready for impact. As I fall, time seems to slow down a trickle. The seconds turn into minutes, which turn into hours. Okay. And then with a loud thud and a worrying crunch, I collapse against the cold gray sidewalk. Ugh! I lie there for a few moments, winded, and stare up at the starry night sky. My head is pounding like the speakers at IU's concert, and my back is killing me. I hope I haven't broken any bones. Gingerly, I twitch my fingertips. They seem to be in working order, at least as a photographer. My fingers are pretty important. They're important for other things too, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, okay. What? Then I try to sit up, but I can't. There's a weight pressing down upon my chest. It's yellow! Okay. At least you have clothes on. But... Alright then. IU? The famous idol, IU, Japan's beloved sweetheart, is sitting astride me like a cowgirl. Alright then. Her legs are spread, her thighs pinioning me in place while her skirt is all rumpled up. She holds one hand on her head, wincing as she tries to gather her bearings. She looks dazed and confused, but I don't think she's hurt. I was able to shield her from the worst of the fall. I took the full brunt of the pain for her sake, all to protect her pretty face, and I'm glad it worked. Who'd want to look at photos of a famous idol with a bruised eye and a split lip? I'd get into a world of trouble if I tried to publish pics like that. Speaking of taking photos. Shit! I'd almost completely forgotten about my bag slung across my chest, filled with expensive top-of-the-range equipment. I didn't buy any of that equipment myself. It was on lease by my company. My boss always warns me before I head off on my assignments to take care of the expensive camera and the lenses he trusts me with. This equipment is worth more than your life. If you break it, I'll break one of your arms. Do you understand, Ogasawara? Damn it! The words force their way out of my chest. My lungs feel constrained by both my mounting anxiety and the weight of Ai's body. I haven't checked inside my bag yet, but I'm already fearing the worst. The crunch sound I heard as I fell over. What if that wasn't my skull? Crumpling on itself like a paper plate, but all my equipment. If my camera's broken, it'll be impossible to take a pic of Ayu, even though she's right in front of me. I've screwed up yet again. My boss is gonna be so pissed off. Why'd I have to come over all chivalric at such a critical junction? My job's on the line as it is, without adding wanton destruction of company property to my list of sins. Ayu might be attractive, but she isn't worth this much trouble. Now I want nothing more than to drink myself into oblivion. Oh, you're still here? Hey, sorry. Hey, Ayu? I blink up at Ayu. Her pretty face swims before me, rendered vague and hazy thanks to my pounding headache. I'm sorry about all that, I know you might be in a state of shock, but would you mind getting off me? It's hard to breathe, you see. Ayu doesn't reply. Instead, she stares at me, her eyes blank and unseeing, her mouth slack. What? Her soul hasn't escaped from her body yet, has it? Has she gone into a state of catatonic shock? Since Ayu's an idol, and a popular one at that, she must be bound by quite a strict contract. Most idols aren't allowed to spend much time with members of the opposite sex. Technically, they're not supposed to anyway. Well, they're not supposed to date. Could this be the first time she's ever been close and personal with a man? A man who isn't her father, I mean? That might explain why she's staring at me so intensely. Maybe? She looks like she's just clapped eyes on an extraterrestrial. Damn it. I curse once more, my head and my lungs on fire. As if it wasn't bad enough that I've potentially broken tens of thousands of yen worth of camera equipment, it's beginning to look like I might have broken Ayu too. I only reached out to grab her because I wanted to help. I was trying to spare her from sustaining too much damage. I never meant to cause her so much harm. Ayu, I can't let myself panic. If I do, I might startle Ayu even more. I need to be cool, calm, and impersonal, like a doctor. Though given the circumstances, that's quite a tall order. The weight of Ayu's body is pressing against me. I can feel the warmth of her skin through my clothes, not to mention the fullness of her thighs. I don't know why you're I mean, you can pan down, that's fine, but her lips are pierced. Her lips are pursed and her cheeks are dusted with red blush. She looks utterly delectable, much like the fake strawberry that adorns her tiny top hat. I don't think much of Ayu's singing voice, but I can finally see, in painfully clear detail, why she's so enduringly popular. She's insanely good looking, and unlike a lot of other celebs who hide behind extensive photo editing, she looks even better in person. She smells good too, kind of like strawberries. I wonder if that'll come into play later. The cool wind runs through Ayu's hair, wafting her scent towards me. Her unique aroma fills my nostrils while her body consumes my eyes. Now my five senses know nothing other than Ayu. The hardness and the coldness of the sidewalk melts away, as does the throbbing pain in my back and my head. All of a sudden, it doesn't matter that I can't breathe. I want this moment to last a lifetime, but that's hardly practical. If anybody sees us like this, we're done for. IU's reputation will be in shreds. Unless, of course, she claims that I molested her, then I can forget about my work-related woes. I'll be sent straight to prison instead. Yahoo! Fuck, this is bad. I need to try and wiggle my way out of this position, or things will go from bad to worse. IU, please, we can't stay like this. Not in the middle of a public street. I don't want to sound rude, but would you mind moving? For both our sakes? IU breathes heavily. Her voluptuous chest rises and falls, and her thighs cinch about my waist. Rather than excruciating herself from me, she's gripping me more intensely than ever. IU, please? I try to dissuade her, but little to no avail. Her fingers grip the fabric of my shirt, and then she does something truly improbable. She begins to grind her hips against me. Oh no, what are we doing? I lie there like a pinned bug. I'm so stunned I hardly know what to think or feel. This is... Choices, people. Choices. If I'm going to be realistic here, this is incredible! Okay. If this perfect paragon of feminine beauty keeps rubbing against me, I won't be responsible for my future actions. She's so cute, and the little moans she's spilling out of her mouth are to die for. Okay. I was never a big fan of IU, but if this keeps up, she might just convert me. After this is over and done with, will I be obligated to attend the rest of her concerts? Will I have to work out the cash to buy all her newest CDs, her merch, and tickets for her performances? It'll be hard to do that if I lose my job, though. And it'll be even harder if I get sent to prison. I know I should put an end to this, but I'm a weak man. IU's undeniably good-looking, and she's more appealing than ever when she isn't talking in that annoying high-pitched voice of hers. Her moans. They're so sexy, it should be a crime. I want to feel more of IU's perfect body against mine. I want to hold her. I want to kiss her. IU blinks. IU blinks. She looks down at me, her fingers still curled about the fabric of her shirt. Wait, what? I thought fingers were on your shirt. IU blinks. She looks down at me, her fingers still curled about the fabric of my shirt. What? Whatever. On the fabric of my shirt, her lips pursed. Her eyes don't look glassy like they did before. And though she's still blushing, her brow is furrowed. She doesn't look like she's enjoying herself. In fact, she seems downright pissed. You. Yes? What is it? You. I? You pervert! IU slaps my cheek. She slaps it so hard my teeth rattle and stars explode behind my eyeballs, my eyelids. That's probably going to leave a mark. Damn, now the right side of my face is throbbing. What a nice way to cap off the night. I can't believe you would try to take advantage of me like that. Out in the open. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're the absolute worst. IU pushes herself off me. She gets to her feet, still teetering in her heels, and glowers. Your mother would be ashamed if she could see you right now. You're less than an insect. You're even less than a worm. You don't even deserve to exist on the same planet as those worthy creatures. All these worms and ants and spiders help the environment. Fuck spiders. They're a part of the ecosystem, but you're just a waste of space. You don't deserve to live. Why don't you just die? Damn! Better yet, I'll kill you myself. I really will kill you. IU doesn't try to help me back to my feet. Instead, she spits vitriol at me, even more corrosive than the harshest of chemicals. I try to get up, but IU doesn't make it easy for me. Slapping my face wasn't enough to satisfy her self-righteous rage because she kicks my shin. I stagger back, hissing, doubled over with pain. Damn it! IU's heels are very sharp and pointed, and being kicked by them hurts. At least IU's hatred has helped to ease my raging passions. I don't feel turned on anymore. Instead, I feel pained, upset, and confused. I wasn't trying to take advantage of you. You fell and I went to steady you. It's because of me that you didn't get hurt yourself. Couldn't you thank me for that at least? Thank you? Ayu stares at me incredulously. Why should I thank you? I never would have fallen if you hadn't called out to me, you moron. Well, I guess she's not wrong about that. That's one point to Ayu. Besides, I bet you wanted me to land on top of you. You were practically throbbing with anticipation. You're the worst, and I never want to see you ever again. You're lucky I'm not going to call the police on you, you sick fuck. Damn it. Okay? Never talk to me ever again. This is an order. Tsundere much? Ayu turns to Moria and marches off. She mutters to herself all the while, her arms swinging back and forth at her sides like a soldier's. I'm not sure what she's saying exactly, but a few choice bits and pieces of her angry monologue filtered back to me on the cool breeze. Loser, who does he think he is? Attractive or anything, not my type, so. Like that before, must be a trick. Don't let him get the better of you. There's nothing special about that guy. I don't move. I'm so stunned by my unexpected encounter with Ayu, I can only stand there, mouth agape. It's only after a few minutes I have elapsed and Ayu has faded from view that I finally return to my senses. My head's still throbbing and my back aches, but I don't think I've broken anything. That's something to be thankful for, at least. But the same can't be said for my camera. Shit. I take one cursory look inside my bag and soon wish I hadn't bothered. There's no two ways about it. My boss is definitely going to kill me. What a day. I'm sitting in a smoky bar, nursing some cocktail or another. I'm not sure what it's called, and neither do I really care. I was so out of it when I arrived at this bar, and more than a little intimidated by the vast selection of drinks available, I asked the bartender to make up whatever cocktail they wanted. The cocktail is a comforting amber color, and it tastes faintly fruity. It's not bad though. It's not bad though. In my current state of misery, I wouldn't say no to something even harder. Then again, getting too drunk might be a poor idea. My head's still killing me. Though alcohol can sometimes take the edge off worldly pains, at other times it can only serve to exasperate them. Given I've been so lucky today, I'd rather not take my chances. I sip at my drink only half tasting it. Jazzy piano music fills the air, mingled with that of casual conversation. This bar is a fairly popular one, and several men and women, though mostly men, are sitting about drinking. Some of the men are in business suits, while the women wear sparkly evening dresses. Their faces carefully made up, and their feet wedged into perilously high-heeled shoes. I can read, I promise. I wonder if these men just finished work. It's a weekend, but that doesn't necessarily mean R&R for Japan's bankers or businessmen. Some companies operate even during Saturdays and Sundays, their workers obliged to work long into the night. I pity all these guys with their slicked back hair and their slightly rumpled suits. At least I would if I hadn't had such an awful day myself. Not only did I fail to take any photos of you, but I was also slapped across the face by the self-same woman. Then to cap things off, I broke the very expensive camera equipment my boss commanded me to take care of. I'm so not looking forward to going into work on Monday. My boss is going to eviscerate me. At least the businessmen around me, wary though they look, seem to be having fun. They probably earn a lot more than I do, and I doubt their bosses are as draconian as my own. My boss is a jumped up man with an inflated sense of self-importance, who loves to breathe down the necks of his employees. He chooses out for the smallest of errors, and he seems to take genuine sadistic delight in making the newest hires cry. He's never made me cry. I wouldn't want to give him the satisfaction, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little afraid of him. I've generally kept in his good graces for the entire 3 years that I've been working under him, but that's going to come to an end on Monday. I like to think he won't fire me. As much as I dislike my job, I kind of need it to pay the bills, but that might be a touch too optimistic. Even if he doesn't fire me, which is a distinct possibility, the costs of this smash camera are going to come directly out of my earnings. Either way, I'll be in trouble. Guess I'll be eating instant noodles for the rest of the month. This will be the last time I'll be able to go to a bar, too. I'm up over my drink, my fingers buried in my hair. I'm suddenly very aware of how expensive this cocktail was, and I want to make it last for as long as possible. Whether I get fired or not, finances are gone, or whether I get fired or not, finances are going to be tight. I can't afford to spend too much. How I envy the businessmen around me, forking out bills for fancy drinks and snacks. Pretty women, maybe girlfriends, but they could be escorts, it's hard to tell. Hang on their arms, laughing at all their bad jokes, their lips shimmering with gloss. When was the last time a pretty girl draped herself over me like that, huh? Well, strictly speaking, this is about half an hour ago. IU was making herself pretty comfortable on my lap until she slapped me. That's another thing to feel rotten about. That IU's so sadistic. She really got my hopes up. Taking another sip of my cocktail. I hope it might lighten my dreary thoughts, but it's actually making me feel worse. Maybe I should hurry up and get out of here. I'm too broke to get drunk, and the trains will stop running soon. I knock back the rest of my cocktail, then get to my feet. I'm ready to make a beeline for the exit. When? Oh my, are you leaving already? That is a shame. It's not even midnight yet. A sultry voice calls back to me. I turn and blink him, then gasp. Hello! Oh, you're a cute one, aren't you? I'd love me some chocolate. Anyways, sitting by the counter is an incredibly attractive woman. She has dark, tan skin which contrasts with her almost bone-white hair. She's dressed in business attire, but her pinstripe suit and white shirt agape open to reveal an ample bosom. One of her legs is crossed over the other, and in one hand she holds a glass. Her eyes are green, a little like cats, and they're lidded. A playful smile puckers her lips, and her face is flushed, probably from the alcohol. Something about her looks familiar, but I can't quite place her face. To be quite frank, her large bosom is attracting most of my attention, as are her thighs. You know what? Yeah, they are. Okay. You could crush a watermelon between thighs like that. You can crush me. I don't think I'm particularly unattractive, but my flyaway hair and my baggy jeans aren't the pinnacle of fashion or good taste. It should be obvious at a glance that I don't pull in half the salary as some of the big shot businessmen around here do. I must have been mistaken. It can't have been me she was calling out to. There's just no way. I turned ready to walk away, but once more. Hey, I was talking to you, you know. It's rude to leave a lady in the lurch. Didn't your mother teach you any manners? The woman's laugh is throaty, and it does any number of curious things to my body. I can feel my hair standing on end, and my mouth feels dry despite the alcohol I consumed. That would make your mouth dry. I guess you really was talking to me. I beg your pardon? I glance back at the female fatale, doing my level best not to gawp at her chest. I'm not a teenager anymore, damn it. Do I know you? You look familiar, though I don't think we've met before. Oh, I look familiar, do I? I suppose that's hardly a surprise. My name is Marina. Wakatsuki Marina. Does that ring any bells? Ah, now that she said it, her name does sound very familiar. The newspaper I work at, Sakura Daily, ran an article on her just a few weeks ago. Wakatsuki Marina is a famous entrepreneur and businesswoman. Half Japanese, half South African, I think. Marina is the head of a world-famous brand of designer clothes, perfume, cosmetics, and more. She's one of the wealthiest women in Tokyo, though she's no idol. I think she might be more famous than IU. I run into 2 famous celebs today, all in under an hour? What are the odds of that? While IU was content on while IU was content to slap me and call me a pervert, Marina actually seems interested in instigating conversation. This is amazing. I'm a photographer at a local paper, so I've met a few B-list celebrities in my time, but never before have I met a woman that exudes class and glamour like Wakatsuki Marina. Oh, be still, my beating heart. No, keep beating. My, you certainly look surprised. You'll attract flies if you let your mouth hang open like that. It's not a very attractive look. Oh, right, I'm sorry. It's alright, you don't need to apologize. I'm not offended. People often gawp when they see me. I'm quite used to it. I am a celebrity, you know. Yes, I'm aware. I can't believe I didn't recognize you sooner. I bow again, which makes Marina giggle anew. Like I said, you don't need to apologize. I get enough of that at work. It's always, yes ma'am, right away, and we're so terribly sorry. My workers all respect me, but they're so distant. It's almost like they're afraid of me. I know I'm very wealthy, beautiful, charismatic, and so on, but at the end of the day, I'm still a normal woman. I get tired of people groveling before me. Sometimes I just want to have a normal conversation. Oh, right, I see. An apology is fully formed on my tongue, but I cut myself off before I can say anything foolish. This must be why Marina called me over despite the vast gulf of difference between our wealth and social standing. She's tired of being treated like a celeb, and, no doubt, owing to a capricious whim of the wealthy, she wants to speak to a member of the peanut gallery like me. This is all a bit sudden. My heart's thudding incredibly hard. But, well, if Marina wants to speak to nobody like me, who am I to refuse her? Now, why don't you sit your cute bottom back down at the counter, sweetie? Don't you want to buy another drink? I wouldn't mind, but I don't have much money. Oh, that's all right. I'd be more than happy to foot the bill. That's very kind of you, but are you sure? I wouldn't want to put you out. Oh, nonsense. Marina waves one manicured hand carelessly. I'm a wealthy businesswoman. A drink or two is hardly gonna break the bank. I guess you're right about that. I flush, embarrassed that I, a mere photographer, even thought to question the depths of Marina's pockets. She's infinitely richer than I could ever aspire to be. I know common courtesy dictates that men should foot the bill during dates, but fuck it. This isn't really a date, and Marina's the one who offered to buy me a drink in the first place. I think it's fine to flaunt convention every once in a while. I mean, if you don't mind, then sure, I'll be happy if you bought me a drink. Oh, that's the spirit. I like a man who can hold his liquor. Bartender, can I get a couple of lemon highballs over here? I sit down next to Marina while she plies me with alcohol. We drink together for a while. I like exchanging banter all the while I try not to stare at Marina's chest. Like, oh yes! Oh, I totally agree. I mean, what? I can hardly believe that this is happening. What's become of my life? About half an hour, and 3 more lemon highballs later, Marina shoots me a curious glance and says, look at you. I'll take you home. Or, yeah? So, Hiroki, why do you look so down? Did something happen? I guess you could say that, yeah. Was it really that obvious? Oh, quiet. That's why I called out to you. Couldn't stand to see such a handsome young man looking so, well, defeated. I know we're relative strangers, but as the old saying goes, a problem shared is a problem halved. Would you mind telling me what's on your mind? I don't know if you'd want to hear it. It's nothing that interesting. It's work stuff, I guess. As a businesswoman, I'm very well acquainted with troublesome work stuff. I have plenty of problems of my own to deal with. I figured as much. That's why I don't want to burden you with mine. But Marina leans in a little closer to me. I can feel the silky softness of her silvery hair against my flushed skin. I think it would be nice to listen to somebody else's woes. It might take my mind off of my own concerns, and who knows? Listening to your poems might help me think of a way to resolve these pesky problems of mine. Would you mind telling me what's wrong, dear? I'd love to get to know you better. You're so cute, after all. Marina draws her pink cat-like tongue along her lower lips. Oh! Oh, that look. Take me home, mommy. I mean, what? Why, you're... Why did I fucking... Okay. Why, you're good enough to eat. I don't think I'm all that good looking, but if you want to listen to my belly aching, I suppose I can oblige. You did buy me a few drinks after all. Now comfortably lightheaded, I offer Marina a small smile, then launch into my tale. I'm a photographer for the Sakura Daily. Do you know it? Ah, yes! I was interviewed by an employee of that newspaper only a few weeks prior. So I wasn't misremembering. We really have run a piece on Marina before. It's nice to know I'm not going senile, I guess. Well, my boss sent me out to a concert by IU tonight. She's a popular idol. Yes, I know about her. I know her very well, as a matter of fact. Really? You'd be surprised to know how close we are. I look at Marina intrigued. She doesn't look like the sort of person who'd be familiar with musical stylings of Iku Ainu. Marina looks like she'd be into classical music or jazz, not high-energy J-pop numbers. I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. Well, I was meant to take some pics of IU while she was performing, but there were a few problems. The trains were delayed, and I arrived at the concert late. It had already started, and I couldn't get to the front of the crowd. I was shunted all the way to the back behind a whole sea of people. There was no space, and there were too many bodies in the way, and I couldn't set up my camera. I had no chance to take any photos. Oh no, that sounds like quite a disaster. It was. My boss is going to kill me when he finds out, and that's not the end of it. I give Marina a quick abridged version of the night's events. Tell her about my gloomy nighttime wanderings through the city, then my chance encounter with IU. I don't go into every single gory detail. I don't, for instance, tell Marina how excited I got when IU fell on me, but I do tell Marina that IU slapped me for my efforts. Dan called me a pervert. I didn't want to do anything inappropriate to her. Liar! I was just trying to do my job. I lament helplessly, my words falling in a tumble from my throat. When lubricated with alcohol, it's surprisingly easy to gush about the most embarrassing of stuff. Hold on. She slapped me really hard, too. The whole side of my head is still smarting. Throbbing. Hurts. Ah, yes. I can see a red mark on your face now that you mention it. She must have done a number on you. She really did. For an idol, she had a surprising amount of upper body strength. I didn't know she was so powerful. She certainly doesn't look like it. She's so tiny, and she wears so much pink. Idols are made to be tougher stuff than you might think. They pour a lot of time and effort into perfecting their dance routines, and they work long hours. I'm not surprised that IU's so strong, though I wish she'd learned to use that head of hers. She's so thoughtless. I really am sorry if she caused you so much distress, Hiroki. It's fine. What's done is done. I'm trying not to think about it too much. The alcohol is certainly helping. My surroundings look hazy and unreal, and my mind is pleasantly numb. One or two things about Marina's words do seem quite odd, though. Sounds like you know IU quite well, not just as an idol, but as a person? I suppose you could say that. IU and I are close. Like I said, we're not family, but we might as well be. But we might as well be. She's like a naughty little sister to me, I suppose. What, really? I didn't know that. Few people do. Our relationship with IU isn't widely publicized. IU's good at putting on a cute act before the cameras, but she has a short temper. She can be quite nasty at times. Do you want me to have a word with her? I'm really quite upset that she would treat you so badly. Oh no, it's fine. Like I said, it's too late to worry about that now. Maybe so. But I do sympathize with you. You must have had a rough night. Well, that's just part of being an adult. I'm used to it. The alcohol has helped, so I was talking to you. Thanks for listening to my worries, Marina. It's no problem at all. I'm glad I was able to aid you in some small manner, though I wish I could do more. Oh, you could do more. It's partially my fault IU was so rude to you. If I disciplined her better, she never would have slapped you. Keeping IU in line is my job. Lady Yu asked me to keep an eye on her, and, I failed. I feel most humbled. Lady Yu? I wonder who that is. Based on the title Marina gave her, she sounds like royalty. Is she a foreign princess? What connection does she have with Marina and IU? I'm a little lost, but before I can ponder this, I feel a soft sensation against my thigh. Marina is gripping my upper leg with one hand, her manicured nails digging through the fabric of my pants. Oh, Hiroki. Marina leans in, her voice falls to a soft, sultry whisper, which envelops my body like a caress. I cannot overstate how sorry I am that IU caused you so many problems. She's a naughty girl, and I will scold her later. But for now, I would like to apologize on her behalf. Would you mind coming back to my office with me? Yes? You can take me. You're a fine specimen of a man, and it's been a long time since I last found prey worthy of my unique attention. You intrigued me the moment I saw you, so please. Marina licks her lips, her eyes heavy with expectation. Don't let me down. My, I must say, I'm impressed. I didn't think you'd be able to go for quite that long, particularly with all that alcohol inside of you. Did we fuck? You're quite the interesting man, Hiroki. Marina laughs, her eyes half-lidded, as she runs her fingers through my hair. She's sitting cross-legged upon the floor, wearing her typical office attire. I, meanwhile, am laying upon Marina's lap, wearing nothing but my underwear. Under normal circumstances, I probably feel exposed, but, well, these circumstances are anything other than normal. I met the famous businesswoman Wakatsuki Marina in a small bar on a swanky street. After plying me with a few drinks, she invited me back to her office. Then we enjoyed ourselves. Now my madness has subsided somewhat. I'm beginning to feel the consequences of my actions. But you plowed her, didn't you? My whole body aches as though I've been thrown off the top of Tokyo Tower and my head's killing me. At least I can rest it on Marina's delectable thighs, though. Oh, how cute. Marina continues to run her hands through my hair, her voice a light, lilting sing-song. What? Do I put Marina through the ringer? Oh my god! Now I do want the adult patch for, my own time to play this game. Though I put Marina through the ringer, she's emerged from our love-making relatively unscathed. She doesn't seem at all out of breath, unlike me. In fact, she's even smiling. I guess Marina's forged from pretty tough stuff. Is that the prerequisite if you want to get ahead in the business world? She has far more stamina than I do. Marina? I blink up at Marina's pretty face, my gaze unfocused. Her visage swims before me, and my temples start to pound something fierce. Shit. Yes? Marina, for her part, only smiles. She looks down at me, her bone-white hair trailing against my cheek, and says, sweetly, "What is it, dear?" I was just wondering, did that feel good for you? So concerned about my enjoyment? Yeah, I was so into it I didn't really think about you, but, that's not fair. I was acting selfish. My, you really are, sweetheart. How conscientious you are. I don't think I'm very sweet. I behaved like an animal earlier. Maybe you did, but I quite like that. I'm fond of men who can take charge. Though it's much appreciated that you care about me so much. To answer your other concerns, yes, I enjoyed myself. I haven't had a chance to let off steam like that in a long while. Thank goodness. Marina's gentle reassurances elicit a small sigh of relief. Now that I know she enjoyed herself too, I feel like I can relax. I yawn. Sleep washes over me. Sleep washes over me in waves. My eyelids feel very heavy, and it's a struggle to keep my eyes open. I nuzzle my head against Marina's warm lap and close my eyes. Damn! They smashed. My temple's still pounding, but I feel surprisingly at ease with Marina. This might sound weird given everything we just did, but there's something almost motherly about her. I can feel my conscience slipping away. But as I fall into the land of slumber, I swear I can hear Marina's voice. Light and sing-song as always. What a charming specimen you are. I was drawn to you by mere curiosity at first, but I'll admit, you've made quite the impression. You're a sweet boy with a surprising amount of stamina, and your sense is very, very unique. I have never met a human boy quite like you before. Maybe I'll make you mine. I'm sure that will make Ayu jealous. She's always been so possessive. But don't worry, my cute, precious Hiroki. No matter what happens, I'll always let you rest your weary head on my lap. Laughing softly, Marina bows her head. I can feel her warm breath against my cheek, coupled with the softness of her silver hair. Maybe this is all a dream. It doesn't feel real. Really starting to slip from my mind, from my grasp, like melting snow. But I'm sure, as my breathing evens out and my mind drifts away, that I can feel a soft sensation against my lips. Alright, I'm going to end it right here. Because my throat hurts. So, yeah. Later.